Hello everybody, welcome back to tutorial. Today I welcome you, my existing subscribers, and also those stopping by for the first time. Today we are going to learn how to cut and sew this crossbody bag you are seeing here. It is a little bit big, so I'm going to put you through on the cutting and the sewing of this bag. Let's go to the cutting table. So guys, this is the leather we are using for this tutorial. This is a taffeta leather. I have it here, 2 pieces cut out, and the lining I have here, I have 3 pieces cut out, 1 2 3. So now I'm going to give you the measurement of my leather. So the width of my leather is 10.5 inches. It's going to be a big cross bag though, because it is based on customers' request, and the height is 7.5 inches. So after cutting it out, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to shape my cross bag. So I'm going to use this object to shape it. I want to give you the measurement of this is 3 inches. If you are using centimeter, this 3 inches should be about 7.5 cm. So now what I'm going to do is that I'm going to put it on my leather. It has to touch the edges, then I will curve what I did here. So I'm going to cut it out. I will use it to shape here, shape here, shape here. So now you can see I'm done shaping it. So I'm going to place it on this one. I'm going to use this to shape this second leather. But before I shape it, I want to show you something. If you look at this leather, you can see that I've marked a line here. I'm going to fix a zipper here, so I took 1.5 inches here before I ruled my line. So I'm going to shape it. After shaping it, I will cut it off from this point. So now I'm going to cut it off. So after cutting it off, I'm going to pick one of my linings now. So I'm going to place it on my lining so that I can divide the line. I want to divide the lining into 2. Step into a world of texture and flair, leather and fabric beyond compare. Crafting dreams with now we are going to start our sewing. First, I'm going to get my lining, the one we divided now, get my zip cloth. I'll place the zip cloth on my lining, then my leather will face the right side of my zip cloth, then I will sew it the way I'm sewing here. So after sewing it, I'm going to flip it over this way and run a top stitch on it. I will top stitch it round. Please ignore the fan. The fan is blowing the leather. Just ignore it and watch what I'm doing. So I will continue my top stitching till I get to this point. Don't top stitch on your zip cloth. Now I'm going to pick the second lining, put it on the wrong side of my zip cloth. Then I'll pick the second leather also, put it at the right side of my zip cloth and sew it. So now I'm going to flip it over and top stitch it the way I did on the other one. I'm going to top stitch it round. So after top stitching it, I'm going to place the back and front leather together to be sure that they are equal, because sometimes after putting the zip, the front may be bigger than the back. So you shape it, you trim it and shape. So I'm trying to check it before I now do the next thing. So after checking it, I found out that they are equal. So now I'm going to fix my zip head to this. I'm fixing my zip head. So after fixing my zip head, I'm going to pick a lining and place my leather on the lining and sew it round. This is to create the pocket for this particular zip that we have already fixed here. so you stitch it round. So after stitching it round, I'm going to trim off the excess lining. You trim off the excess lining. So I'm done with it. Now I'm trying to fold it over to get the midpoint. I'm going to notch the midpoint both down here and also at the up here. I'm also going to notch the midpoint of the back leather. So after notching the midpoint of the back leather, I'm also going to get a lining. This is the lining, the third lining. So I'm going to place my leather on the lining and also stitch it round. So this is what I have now. The next thing I'm going to do is to pipe it with my piping cord. After piping it with my piping cord, this is what I have. You can see it, both the front and the back leather is set. So now you get your measuring tape and measure it round for you to be able to know the length of your gusset. So when I finished measuring my own, I got 32 inches. You can see it. So now I want to decide where my up gusset will stop. So I want it to start from this point and end at this point, and it gave me 12.5 inches. So I'm going to cut my down gusset now. The 32 inches you minus 12.5 inches, whatever remain you add 1 inch to it. The 12.5 inches I added 1 inch to it also. The wideness of this my gusset is 4.5 inches. So this is 4.5 inches by 13.5 inches divided into 2. That is the up gusset. So I'm going to sew my zipper at the middle. That is why I divided it into 2. So now this is my lining and this is the zip cloth I'm using. So I'm going to place my zip cloth on my lining. Then my leather, the right side of my leather will face the right side of my zip cloth. I'm going to arrange it very well. Then after arranging it very well, I'm going to sew it. So after sewing it, this is what I have. After sewing it, I top stitch it at once. So now I'm going to sew the second part. I will also top stitch it at once. So I'm going to place my lining, my zip cloth on my lining, and my leather will face the right side of my zip cloth. I will sew it also. After sewing, I'll flip it over and top stitch, and this is what I have. Now fix the zip head. This is the zip head already fixed. I'm going to sew the down gusset. So this down gusset, you can decide to sew your belt first before you sew the down gusset, but I'm not sewing my belt here. I want to use another method to sew my belt. So now I'm going to sew my down gusset. I'll first put the lining down, put my upper gusset, then put my down gusset right side facing the upper gusset. So I will bring the points together. Here the lining is excess, so I'm trying to trim off the excess lining here. So after trimming off the excess lining, I'm going to bring the two leather together, up and down gusset. I'll bring the lining under it. So I'm trying to arrange it well. Then I will clip it down with my clip. Now I'm going to go to my machine now. I'm going to sew it at the two parts. I'm going to sew it here and also here. So after sewing it, this is what I have. I'm trimming the excess zip cloth here. I will do same at this point also. Trim off the excess zip cloth and lining. So after trimming it off, I'm going to turn it to the right side for me to be able to stitch it round. That is, stitch the lining and the leather round. I'll sew it round. So now I'm done sewing it round. This is what I have. So now is the time to sew my belt. This is my short strap and my long strap. The long strap I'm using 55 inches, while the short strap I'm using 3 inches. So replace it, centralize it and sew it here. So for this short strap, I'm going to fix my D-ring. I will also place it, centralize it here and sew. So after sewing it, this is what I have. Now I need to close that roughness there, so I'm going to get this 1-inch belt that the length is also 4.5 inches. I'll place it and sew it round this way. I'm going to also get the second one, place it here and sew it round. So I'm done sewing it round. This is what I have now. Now is the time for me to notch the midpoint. So you bring the joining point together and notch your midpoint. So you are going to notch your midpoint both at the up and also at the down. All you need to do is bring the joining point together, then you notch the midpoint. So I'm done notching the midpoint. Now I'm going to turn my leather to the wrong side. Now is the time to sew the gusset to the body. This is the body. This is my front body. The zipper part will face the zipper part. That's zipper on the main body. It has to be on the zipper side. So this place that doesn't have taping will be at the zipper side. The part that has taping will be at the down side. Take note of that. So I'm going to put it notch point to notch point, arrange it very well. Then I'm going to sew it round here and also here. So after sewing it round, this is what I have. So the next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to get my taping belt. I'll place it this way and tape it round. I'm going to repeat same here also and tape it round. So I'm done taping it round. This is what I have. This is the time to turn our work to the right side. So after turning it to the right side, the next thing is to burn the edge of your belt and not fix your adjuster. If you have watched to this extent and you have not followed my page on you have not subscribed to my channel, please do so to support me. Subscribe to my channel, like my videos, and before I continue, I forgot to tell you that I have online classes going on school bag and lunch bag. Very affordable. Lunch bag is 5,000 naira, school bag 5,000 naira. So now I'm sewing it here. So this is what I have after sewing the strap. This is our crossbody bag now. This is what we have. You can see the size of the gusset. This is very good for artisans. So thank you for watching till the end of this tutorial. Please don't forget to like my video, share my videos, and also comment on my videos. God bless you all.